Morrison. I'm a design system engineer for small block V8 engines. I'm going to talk a little bit about the LT2 engine that we have in the 2022 Corvette C8. It's our 5th generation small block V8 made in Tonawanda, New York. It's a 6.2 liter V8 engine that makes 495 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque in the optional exhaust system, performance exhaust. A couple things specific to model year 22. I can answer any questions after if you want to come up and talk to me, that's fine. As to the engine architecture and the things that we've done over the LT1, nothing's really changed too much in that respect over model year 20 and 21. But for 22, what we've done in the ongoing effort and commitment to reducing emissions, tailpipe emissions at General Motors, we've changed our fuel injectors, our direct injection fuel injectors on the LT2. We've revised our fuel pump. The current production fuel pump runs at a peak of 2,200 psi. On the 2022 model LT2, we've increased that to 2,900 psi. What that allows is for more precise and shorter duration of injection pulses. Keeps the fuel off the piston, keeps the fuel off the bore wall with the time. And what that resulted in was a 44% reduction in emissions while still maintaining the same torque and horsepower equivalent to the previous model years. Also, what we've done is a continuous improvement and refinement to our software and calibration of the engine. The active fuel management system, we've expanded the window at which V4 will engage. So you should see some more real-world fuel economy out of the LT2 in model year 22. And that's pretty much the only new features to the LT2 in model year 22. That's kind of what I have. I'm going to turn it over to Garrett Kearns, our executing vehicle system engineer, and he'll tell you a little bit more from his side.
Welcome everyone. Just to continue on from the 2020 LT2, some of the main questions that we continuously get. We do not require due to the new increased lubrication system that came on standard on the 2020, we have now dry sump lubrication system, which includes 3 scavenge pumps. And due to this, we are able to actually reduce our oil capacity by 2 quarts. And on top of that, we no longer require the 500-mile break-in oil change. So your first oil change is not until 7,500 as needed. Or you can follow the oil gauge on your dash, which also includes a time limit. So if you do store your car, like a lot of us do in winter, like we live in Michigan, you will notice that when you pull your car out when you pull your car out in the spring, that you'll notice that oil has actually degraded probably 30% or so on top of that. And that does have to do with the lifetime of the oil. Once you open that container of oil and it's reaching the air, the oil will actually degrade over time too. So you do actually have to change it once a year as well. So if you do notice that, you will have to change it. Other than that, Casey had most of the new for 22 topics. Is there any questions from the field? And if we can talk now, or you can come over and find Casey or myself too. Yes, the dry sump is standard on all LT2. No, starting in 2020. Yep, you can see the giant tank that's cut away on the back, the black plastic nylon on the front. Yes. Seven and a half quarts. Oh, and the last fun topic, make sure that you are checking the engine while it's running with the dry sump. There's been a lot of people that don't allow it to get up to temperature, checking it, or afraid that there's not enough oil. The scavenge pumps are actually going to keep the oil where we want it out of the... Talk to me after. The scavenge pumps are actually keeping the oil where we want it, when we want it. So if you don't have it running, you're gonna think that you're gonna be low on oil and be adding it. So make sure that you're running the car is at temperature and you're checking it with it actually on.